Looks like I'm live, guys. So let me just verify that you can see me here. See if we're good. Hey, Robbie and Sonia, how are you doing? It's just Bert today. Unfortunately, Cindy's been sick the past 3 days. She hasn't really done much more than sleep, so trying to get in alive anyway, even though it probably won't be near as exciting as it would have been. But it is what it is. So just verifying here that showing up hopefully on both platforms. I'll check that one after. Robbie, it's crazy hot here, man. It's like it feels like. Oh, you can. Oh, good, good, excellent. It feels like 114 here today. So I was running around before the live, putting shade cloths up and trying to make it a little more comfortable for the animals. Yeah, thank you. I'll let her know because she really hasn't been well. She's been kind of fighting something, and the last 3 days she's been pretty much sleeping and not much more. So, Donald and Lisa, how are you doing? Um, so hopefully she recovers soon. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but none of the rest of us seem to be getting it. So I'm not really sure. But it's been a busy few days. I even took Friday off because I didn't think I could leave her home alone because she couldn't really function. So almost seems like some kind of flu, but we'll see. Hopefully that is all it is. Um, but yeah, so it's been quite busy. Like I said, I was putting up some shade cloth because I was a little concerned with the temperatures that we're getting. It doesn't really give anything time to adjust. So it's been suddenly one extreme to the other again. On a what? It's warmer here than there? Wow. See, that's crazy stuff. Yeah. Um, Been a pretty cool weekend though. Otherwise, not temperature wise, but for getting things done. I mean, even with Cindy kind of out of commission, I managed to pick up a newer refrigerator. I picked one up that was only 2 years old, and somebody was wanting to get rid of it for some reason. I can't find anything wrong with it, but for $50, I went and snapped it up and brought it home, and I I'm getting rid of some of my incubators. I've got 6 incubators here. I use the Hovabators, and I managed to pick up a Brincia 190 cabinet this weekend. So I can fit just as many eggs in that as I can in all those incubators. So I'm going to get rid of the styrofoam incubators um, and move into just using this Brincia. The humidity, it's crazy. I think I'm not sure what the temperatures in Fahrenheit, Robbie, but it's 37, I believe, Celsius. Feels like 45, I think, Fahrenheit. I mean, sorry, it feels like 45 degrees Celsius it's about, uh, so let me see. So 8 degrees Celsius more with the humidity. So it's quite hot. We've got a heat warning for all of next week. So we'll see how crazy it gets. I'm hoping that the animals don't, making sure they have water and as much shade as we can. But of course, they're not used to it, right? So we'll see if they. Hopefully, we don't lose anything. I know we've had summers before where we've lost rabbits and things like that because it just gets too hot for them. So I do have fans going and things like that too. So we'll see how they fare, but hopefully well. So yeah, just making sure I'm keeping up on the chat here as well. I know that this thing can be a little slow. Hopefully this works out okay, guys, because I'm using the laptop today because usually I park myself in the living room, but Cindy's actually on the couch, so I didn't want to park in front of the couch and it looks like I'm looks like I am caught up. So yeah. So as you guys already know, we finished off the chickens last weekend. We had those 50 meat birds to deal with. We got that all done. Finished that shed off, as you saw in the video, I'm sure. So it was good to have that done as well. Got a lot of things I still want to do, but now I'm going to have to wait a bit until it's just a little cooler, at least for working outside. And I think I'm on a stint of afternoons right now because of vacations and things like that for coverage. So I need to cover off some of the other supervisors and things like that where I work. So I won't be as able to get things done here. So, but otherwise, still selling chicks. Cindy had posted some Polish chicks and silky chicks online for sale. I know we sold 5 chicks today, and yeah, it was good. Cindy and her mom did the majority of the work. My job, and our one son helped out quite a bit, but and of course our one daughter, she did some of the filming, as you guys probably saw. But for the most part, I just did the calling and the plucking, and then Cindy and my mother-in-law would take it from there and clean the birds, and then I just had to shrink bag them at the end. And I ended up having to pick up another freezer because we ran out of room. But I had found one that was new, or very, very new anyway, that had quit working, and I had to fix one of our own last summer. So I still had parts because I had ordered multiple replacement. Trying to think of what the switch is called, but anyway, I kind of had a pretty good idea that's what it was. So I picked this freezer up for like $50, brought it home, and had it going before I even had it off the truck, which worked out very well because we needed the space. Let me see if Acre Mondo. How are you doing? Nita, how are you? John, always glad to see you, man. So, hey, John, what's your temperature like? Are you getting this crazy heat that we're getting? Because you're not super far from us. So, it feels like 114 outside right now, Fahrenheit. Fortunately, we've had all the curtains and windows and blinds and stuff closed in the house, so the air is keeping up, no problem. But I definitely wouldn't want to be trying to sleep in this heat. So just in case our kids are watching, I always want to say hello. I know when they've been hanging out with Grandma today, so that I can get some stuff done and Cindy can get some rest. Actually, she helped us out again yesterday as well, so that same thing, so we could get things done and Cindy could sleep. So, all right. I see that the chat on the restream is not keeping up, guys. So I'm just gonna look at my phone here a little bit too. So, Bridget, hello, and I'm in Ontario, Canada. So we're Mitchell's All Blue Guitar. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for popping into our live today. Normally there's my wife and I, but my wife isn't feeling too well this weekend, so everybody's stuck with me. So it's not nearly as exciting, I can tell you, but it's I didn't want to not do the live because I do like to try to make sure I stay consistent with it. So yeah, making sure. Oh, yeah. So Robbie's saying hi, John, and so 92 degrees. Is that with your humidity, John? Or is that without? But so what else is going on this weekend, or this past week, I should say? Rajat, thank you. Kind of went blank for a second here, guys. It's kind of, can't say I've got a whole lot done other than I did start working on that bench, that project. I wanted to get kind of cleaned up. I picked up that rocking, or I guess as you call it, a rocker bench that was it was free, and there's a reason it was free. All the wood is rotten. It's missing a bunch of bolts and things like that. So I thought it would be a good project. So I already had the cedar. I picked up cedar for it. I've already had it ripped down and ready to go. So I tore all the old wood off of the old bench and stripped it all down to just the metal. So now I need to paint that and attach these cedar strips to it so I can get it kind of out in use, hopefully for the summer. I'm just do I like India, Rajat? I like everybody. Feels like 102. Yeah, we got this heat wave going through, John. It feels like 114 here. It's pretty crazy. Can I rate you? No, I can't exactly rate you. But I'm hoping to get that done still. I won't get it done today because by the time I finish this up and go and pick up the kids and things like that, I guess it won't be getting too late, but we'll still have other things to get done here. So, do American men live chat? Well, depends. I don't follow them into the restroom, so I can't speak on their behalf. But who knows? I'm sure they stand up. So, yeah, totally went blank again. Anyway, so that's I got that incubator set up though, guys. That Brencia 190 that I had picked up this weekend. It looks to be working pretty well. I took the chance to buy it. I bought it for about 25% of what they're worth new here. So I figured I'd take a gamble and pick it up. And so far, everything seems to be functioning fine. It doesn't have a humidity pump. It's just got the tray that you use. But like I said, I was able to condense 6 incubators into one cabinet. So that's going to save a lot of room, and it'll be hopefully a better hatch. I'm starting to do a little bit of investigating on. Maybe you guys already do it, some of you guys, but I've been looking into that dry hatch, they call it, where you just depending on where you live. Where I live, your humidity in the house tends to be between 40 and 50% anyway. So from what I've been reading, if your environment is already around that humidity, you can incubate without adding water. And supposedly you get a better hatch rate because you're less likely that your chicks will drown in the shell. Payal, welcome in. I think I've said hello to everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. If you happen to take the time to say hi, I'll try to make sure I hi back. And don't forget, if you're dropping in, to make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. And if you're interested in watching some of our videos, especially the last one, because I don't know what I did wrong, but it is not getting views. It's probably my worst performing video I have ever done, which kind of surprised me. Weather, nobody's watching YouTube right now. Yeah, so I'm looking really forward to seeing how this new machine works, or new tuning machine, I should say. I'm kind of excited about that, and I figure I should be able to probably get most of my money back by just selling off the old Hubbard Genesis incubators, because they seem to go for quite a bit still. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them; they work well. It's just I'm trying to compact things. I'm kind of getting tired of having everything spread out so much. They all take up a lot of room, and this way it can be a little tidier. Jason Thompson, hello, welcome in. What's up? Well, I wish I was a young man. I'm not old, but I'm not super young. But just doing our live. Normally, Cindy's with me. If you guys happen to normally watch, Cindy's typically with me, but she's under the weather, and I'm on my own, trying to muddle through this without my sidekick. So just wanted to kind of get on here, say hello to anybody that wants to say hello. If you have any questions, I'll just kind of reiterate what we do here again. We're just, we call it homesteading because I think you can homestead anywhere. If you, my hat's shading my face. I don't want to blind you with my forehead either, but we're homesteading on basically 1 acre. We have a lot of different poultry. We have waterfowl and rabbits and goats and things like that. No big no big animals and nothing bigger than the goats because we don't have the land for it. As well, we do a lot of gardening. Well, Cindy does a lot of the gardening. I don't do as much of that, but we have quite a few raised beds and a lot of fruit trees. This year we actually planted a lot more fruit, so we're hoping that'll be doing well. The asparagus and things like that are still coming strong, which kind of surprised me. Strawberries have been crazy. We get a lot of those. Actually, we're kind of slacking. We're not getting them picked fast enough. They're actually starting to go bad before we get a chance to pick them because there's just so many of them. Yeah, I appreciate that, Wild Huckleberry. Yes, please, guys, hit that thumbs up if you drop in. I know, right? It's funny. You can put a lot of effort into a video and you can kind of watch it just bomb. And then other times it's like you just slap one together, you stick it out there, and you get all kinds of views, and you think to yourself, wow, maybe I should have did a better job on that, and maybe could have got some more traction with subscribers and things like that. But it can be quite disappointing sometimes, and it'd be nice to have more time to invest. I had an email that I had received from a subscriber and a follower. I just happened to stumble across it because it went to my junk mail, and this person had emailed probably about 4 times, and they wanted to let me know that they enjoyed the videos, and they've been watching for about a year, and offered some advice, which I have no issue with. And they basically, if I put a little more effort into the editing and things like that, and kind of step it up, and I really wish I had more training on that kind of stuff, I guess, and more time to invest in it, because it just feels like it's always, we're only doing the one video a week right now, aside from the live, and it just feels like it takes us. It's hard to even get that one video done and out, but you guys can all relate, I'm sure. Yeah, we do get a bunch of quail eggs, guys. We probably get, if I had to guess right now, still probably, I wouldn't be surprised if we get close to 4 dozen a day. We eat mostly, most of the quail eggs we eat, or we give them to the dogs for treats. We do sell some, but we don't find there's a real big market for it. We have better luck if we just hatch them and sell the chicks, but we do get some people stop, they'll buy them, more around Christmas or Easter and things like that, because they want to kind of as almost like a gag thing to take to a party or something like that, like deviled eggs that are like so small, or boiled eggs. We do have the odd person that buys them for dog treats, which is also something we do with our dogs. We give them dog food, but then we always throw in a couple of quail eggs just to give them a little boost, and since they are pretty healthy. Yeah, we're still getting the quail eggs. We still get a lot of chicken eggs, but we tend to sell most of the chicken eggs. We don't get to eat a lot of them because we seem to be fortunate enough to have enough demand for them. We still get pheasant egg almost every day too, but I have never tried one yet. I keep trying to hatch them. I know they're fertile, but I'm doing something wrong, and I'm not getting a lot of chicks. And when I do have chicks, they seem to not live too long. So I'm not sure what's happening. I bought a different feed for them now. I've gone to a higher protein and things like that, trying to see if it'll make a difference for us. Because I'm not sure what's going on with it. They're fertile, but we're having a poor hatch rate with them. So that's one of the reasons I was looking for a different incubator. I kind of think that maybe because they're more of a land bird, that there's too much humidity or something like that. But anyway, when I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. Quail are just so easy to raise, right? They're 7 weeks. They're 7 to 8 weeks. They're full grown. They're already laying eggs. You can harvest them. So, Ishwar, hello. God, interesting choice in name. Welcome in. Um, appreciate anybody that stops in during the live, as I myself today. Um, yeah, I haven't harvested any quail lately, but I do have I think about 30 or 40 young ones right now that are still growing. I'll probably end up harvesting some. If they don't sell, I'll probably end up harvesting them for the freezer. The kids actually, I don't know about these chickens we just harvested, but the other birds that we were harvesting before were the dual purpose breeds. The kids actually preferred the quail over the chicken. I don't know if it's because it's darker meat that they like that more. So I'll probably keep harvesting them just because, for one, they're easy, and you can. Like, all I do is I won't first start harvesting them. I used to skin the whole and keep the legs and the wing. All I do is I breast them because it just seems like way too much work to get the little tiny drumstick. I prefer to just breast them. You get that nice chunk of meat, and you can use it in your stir fry or as your meal. Seems to make it's just a pretty easy way to do it that way. Have a couple of them for each person, and away you go. I haven't got to try the pheasant yet. I want to. Donald and Lisa, I've been hoping to kind of grow the flock a bit, and see if I can make it so I can get a few extras in there. Right now, I've only got 2 males and a female, and then I have 2 young ones that are in a cage by themselves right now. I made the mistake last time of introducing. I had 3 young ones that I introduced to the flock, and I'm not sure why, but I don't know if the chickens, because they were the polkies. I want to make sure I say that right. And I don't know, the one Silky was actually very broody, and she started to kind of mother the little pheasants when they were in there. And I don't know if she was just a little too motherly with them because she was always trying to sit on them and things like that. It was kind of a bizarre situation, but they didn't end up making it. So this time I'm going to keep them separate until they're much more full grown. I do have the one hen, the American breast or Canadian breast, or I know they all have the different name, but the French breast basically. I have one hen that's got her 3 chicks. She was on a big clutch, but the eggs were all laid at different times because we had another hen in with her, and she kept laying in the nest even when the other one had stopped. So I didn't take her out in time. So when this one started hatching, once there was 3 chicks, she started kind of worrying more about what they were doing, so she would leave the nest more. 2 more did hatch, but she was so focused on the older ones and where they were going and things like that they didn't make it because I don't think she was keeping them warm enough. So it looks like they'll be just those 3 birds. I'm toying with the idea of taking those chicks and put them in a brooder somewhere so I can get her back with the other flock and hopefully get her laying eggs again. Right now she's just kind of in her own pen with her 3 chicks. So, but as soon as I get a chance to harvest some of those pheasants, I'll give you an update on that. Maybe this fall, because I don't really need to keep. If I end up having more than 2 of the males, I'll definitely end up harvesting them because they end up fighting anyway when they're in the same pen. So I don't want to risk having them kill each other anyway. So Olivia, hello. I had to look down on my phone because the chat on Restream is a little slower sometimes. Yeah, that's what happened, Robbie. It seems like the once she got distracted, that was it. There was no chance for it. Now, Olivia, I'm not even sure why, but you're on the phone. Your comment is on the phone, but not on the Restream chat. And I believe it's the same for Malay Das. Hello to you as well. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome in. So if I've missed anybody that has said hello, I do apologize, guys, because I didn't realize that they weren't all showing up on my web page here. But I do see a few of them on the phone. So if you said hi and I did not reply to you, I do apologize for that. But yeah, so what else can I keep you guys informed of here? Not a heck of a lot, I don't think. I gotta sit up. Not used to sitting on the kitchen chairs. Random Flights, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Yeah, at least when I'm sitting in the living room, I'm on a softer chair, so it's a little more comfortable. Today you have to see me in the kitchen. Guys, if you're dropping in, there's not as many people on today, and hopefully I don't lose connections too often. So I lost connection for a minute, but if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel and want to come back and check things out, please hit that subscribe button. Just an update, the Wild Huckleberry mentions that the Dyer Family Farm won't be doing their live tonight. The Farm to Table show will be on in their spot from 7 till 8 Central Time. And on that note, I will put the Sunday Homestead lineup on, guys. Let me just bring that ticker up here. And I'll switch this out. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see what we're talking about. There's a lineup of channels that do their live tonight and that are all in the homesteading community. And in place of the Dyer Family Farm, it will be the Farm to Table show, which I expect will be a good show as well. So I'm just looking down for a minute because I just want to make sure I'm not missing any more comments, because it's kind of frustrating when this thing doesn't show everything. I'm not sure what the difference would be. Now, unless possibly the other ones I'm seeing are maybe from Rumble, but it doesn't tell me that on here, because hopefully I'm broadcasting there as well. But yeah, it doesn't exactly tell me on the screen. So, well, you're very welcome, guys. I like to try to broadcast that out as much as I can, because, oh, there we go, blinding it. Because we all need to get that traction for our lives. And so what else? So I'm thinking, like I said, I put that shade cloth up today. The turkeys were having a heck of a time in the heat, at least they appeared to be, and they didn't have any shade. Pretty much everything else here has some form of shade, either in the form of a building or in the form of trees. But the turkeys were right out in the wide open. I had a few kind of lean-to setups for them, but since I haven't finished their actual new home, that's hopefully on my agenda really soon. I want to get that bench done, and I want to get the wood stove installed in the garage so I can get that floor space to get my to be able to do some more work inside. And then I really want to get the building done for the turkeys to live in, and then maybe eventually get the cover for the tractor done, the kind of the breezeway or whatever you want to call it. I've been toying with the idea of building a long multi-stall aviary. But lots of things I want to do, but of course the time is the kicker. Right now, I feel like I can watch the grass grow, because we hadn't had any rain for the longest time, and finally, about last 2 days we were suddenly getting quite a bit of rain, and with this heat, it's almost like it's sprouting in front of my eyes. Rebecca Touched by Yarn. She's wanting to make sure we all know, and I'm going to have to add this to the ticker, that Rebecca will be going live at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sundays, every Sunday. So 2 p.m. Central Time. So that's 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I do believe. I just want to make sure I get that right when I plug you into my ticker here. So that's good. So then we'll just have the 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 4 p.m. Central Standard Time slot still available for hopefully another channel at some point to jump in there and be back-to-back chit-chat. But that's good. Thank you for letting us know that. And so much, the screen is so much smaller here on the laptop. I was afraid it was going to bog down on me because I told it not to do updates when I was starting it up. I had it on for so long. And what am I doing here? Clicked on something. Oh, there we go. What kind of turkeys do you have, Money Pit? I can't recall. We ended up going with the Orlop bronze turkeys. I really like them. They're so tame. I don't know if all turkeys are like that. I'm assuming they maybe are. Cindy even likes them because, as you guys all know, she does not like the geese. And I find the geese to be quite frustrating at times as well because you can't go anywhere near the fence without them trying to reach out and grab you or take a piece of you when you're just going by. It gets kind of frustrating. If I go right in the pen, they'll do their scare tactics and try to chase me off, but basically they'll move away from me. But if you're along the fence line, they come through that thing like a cobra, man. They just try to grab you, and it's funny because people will come in and they're in the front yard. We have the whole front yard fenced off, right? And people will come in the laneway and they'll think they're so cute and this and that. And I've actually put a sign on the fence saying beware of the geese because they all assume they're going to reach out and pet these things. And it's like, yeah, you're not going to do that. But the turkeys, on the other hand, they're just so docile. Like, I mean, they come right up to you like a dog and they kind of follow you around the pen. It's really kind of cool. I could see where they're probably going to grow on us. So maybe instead of geese, I'll have more turkeys. But I look forward to seeing how that goes next year because I'm pretty sure, I think I mentioned before, I'm pretty sure I've got out of the 4 that we ordered this spring, it really seems like one's a male and there's 3 females. So if that's the case, that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't even realize she was live either, Robbie and Sonia. I didn't catch that, but I've been outside kind of scrambling to get things done because usually Cindy helps me out quite a bit. Ron 1, welcome in. I don't give her enough credit sometimes because she does a lot of the care outside with the animals and things like that when I'm at work. And then if I'm home, then she tag teams it with me and we get things done quite easily. So with her kind of down and out, I've had to pick up her stuff as well. And Friday was even though I wasn't at work, it was a tiring day, I will admit, because I had to get a hold of my boss and say, I won't be in, and explain the situation. And then, of course, we do have the 4 kids at home, so I tried to keep them busy. Not a mom's here. We picked strawberries, and we, tried to do as much as we could to keep them occupied. But yeah, so all right. So making sure I'm not missing anything again with the chat, because now that I've noticed there's a couple that haven't come up on the screen. I'm kind of nervous that I might potentially miss others, but hopefully that's not the case. I still can't tell. Okay, we are on Rumble as well. That's good. I wasn't able to look earlier, and I don't see any chat messages on Rumble, so hopefully I haven't missed anybody there. So, other than that, I think we're the goats, as you guys saw, they like their new scratcher. It seems to work pretty good because they you know them. And I need to when I built the goat paddock, I messed up. I used like a form of field fence, but field fence where the squares are smaller at the bottom and get bigger as they go up, thinking that that should be fine. But there's one of the two goats. She just can't seem to keep her head inside the pen. And it seems like every time I turn around, she's stuck because I think she's forgot that her horns are growing, and I'm always having to go out there and kind of manipulate her head and get her horns back in the pen. So I need to redo that with goat and sheep fence so that she doesn't get stuck when I'm not home one of these days, because Cindy has a hard time getting her back in. And a couple times thought she was going to have to cut the fence just to free the. So I think part of the problem is there's a mint patch that's we planted it intentionally near the goat pen because we let it grow a good sized patch, and we pick it and we throw it to the goats and for a treat for them. But they try to reach it, and they can reach quite a bit of it. They keep it mowed down pretty good along that patch, but I think they get a little carried away and they try to get in there and reach what they can and get stuck. So instead of waiting for us to bring it to them, not that I guess I can't blame them for that. I probably do the same thing. I'm sure it's like candy for them. If your goat has horns, you can put a bar across it where they can't get stuck in the fence. Bar across. This, I don't know if I could do this in this particular situation because they just, it seems like everywhere. Everywhere they get put their head through. Now that's a thought. I do have electric fence. I just have to keep it from touching the existing fence. But yeah, that might actually work, Money Pit. I could do that, save myself some work, because I do have, I think, 3 solar chargers right now that are just sitting there not doing anything because I don't have electric fences up anywhere else right now, except I do have a little bit of netting down one side of the yard to keep anything from coming in to get the chickens, but just because the dog isn't in that area or anything, and basically something would have to go through the first fence and then go through this electric netting that I put up, but try to protect them anyway as much as I can. But I might actually give that a try because it wouldn't be too hard. You're right. Especially since I have this stuff sitting around anyway, I'm not using it. What else can I talk about today? So the only thing I need to get still for my wood stove is a wall thimble, because I want to go. I need to make a new hole. There is an existing hole in one part of the building, but I think I want to change the location. So I have to cut the hole, and I need a 6-inch wall thimble to go in that spot. I have everything else I need as far as I can tell. So I'm kind of looking forward to all installed before too, because I have all that pipe, probably about 7 or 8 lengths of pipe that are sitting in my way in the shop, and the stove in the middle of the shop, and everything's just kind of in the way. So I still have that big brooder set up. I had to clean it out a couple times and keep using it because Cindy, she's still hatching some Polish, and we're still hatching some breast chickens and things like that that we know we could easily sell, uh, since we have the means to do it anyway. But what do we got here? We got about 20 more minutes. Meander on here and keep babbling about nothing. So I was tempted to get in the swimming pool today because it's funny because I've had it all set to go now. I think I told you guys that it was quite a big project. I did it while I was on vacation because I had to level the ground quite a bit before I could set up this above ground pool for the kids. And it hasn't been super hot here. As you guys probably noticed in some of the videos, we're still wearing sweaters here and there. And now all of a sudden it's the other extreme, which is good old Canada weather for you. We get so cold and so hot. But I think this week is going to be a great week for water temperature in the pool. Keep drinking because I'm talking so much by myself. Yeah, if you guys keep an eye on the chat, Money Pit Homestead is posting some channel links, which is very kind, and we appreciate that, guys. Oh, is that what Rebecca meant? But the bar. So okay, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe that might work. Now that I'm picturing it better. So thanks for clarifying that, Robbie and Sonia. I the stick of shame. I wasn't picturing it that way, but that would actually probably work as well. I just have to make sure it's not too big so they can still get in the barn door because they have that small door that they use. Oh, yeah, that may actually work. So as you can see, I'm letting the beard grow back. I took it off thinking that maybe it'd be cooler for the summer, and then I got lazy again. So I think I'm gonna. Cindy bought me a beard grooming razor type thing for grooming beards. So I look forward to giving that a try and seeing if I can make it like a little more manicured, I guess. Keep it tidy. Jam, that's welcome in. It's a kind of a bizarre conversation you want to have, but okay. Anybody else hatching some chicks right now? Or is that all done for the year? Or any other babies on your farms that are being born now? I don't think we've got anything. The geese are still trying, guys. I think I'm gonna have to go in there and just take the nest down. The hens switched spots a while back. I believe I told you guys about that. And she's still in there turning eggs, moving them around this the hutch, like the calf hutch that they're in. I don't know if I'm surprised that if these eggs have gone bad, I'm surprised they haven't blown up yet. So I don't know if there's a chance still, or that these geese have intuition that they know that maybe they can possibly hatch something still. I just shake my head, but I don't want to take them and destroy their nest if there's any chance that that they may actually be successful. But at the same time, I hate to see them keep trying to hatch for these geese eggs, but I don't know what to think of it. Marco, welcome in. So I don't know if you guys have any insight as far as how that works. If they know that they're still, that they're still potentially could hatch them or not, or if eventually they just give up and that's kind of the end of it. Then I'm just surprised, like I said, that they haven't exploded, but I don't know. Anyway, um, so yeah, I'm just going to take a quick peek here and make sure I haven't missed anybody's hellos. Um, there's somebody on Rumble watching as well. So hello, whoever it is on Rumble. If you're able to jump on the chat, feel free to do so, because we don't get very many comments on from the Rumble side. But I'm glad to see that there is somebody watching, because sometimes I always broadcast a Rumble, and I always wonder at times if I should even bother, because I don't get a lot of feedback from that particular platform. Let me see. I don't know if I can say your name properly. Is it Cossack? Do you like hamburger? Hamburger. I like meat in general. I won't lie. I enjoy most meats. Um, it's a large part of my diet these days, because as anybody that watches the channel knows, I've lost a pile of weight trying to uh, get into better health. So I'm down about 64 pounds now. Dominique, welcome in. Money Pit, we raised 2 geese a couple years ago. I think they were both males. So yeah, that changes things. Even in the new world, that still doesn't work. So yeah, I'm really curious. Like I said, I would go out and clean it up and end their work for them. But I hate to mess with nature, and I always assume that they know more than I do, and but it's strange this year too. I never mentioned this yet, but we had three duck nests. We had ducks sitting on 3 nests, and in the past, when we've let them do that, we've had good luck, and they seem to have a good hatch rate. They know what they're doing, and I just thought that was going to be the easy thing to do this year, instead of taking the time to incubate the eggs, because we did some early in the spring, and we hatched some ducklings, and we sold them all, because we thought, oh, we can always hatch more, and we decided we want to get a few more hens to our flock, because we do like to have the duck eggs. I actually really enjoy duck eggs, and so we wanted to get some more hens. But anyway, I don't know what happened. No ducklings. It's actually the strangest thing, because not only was there no ducklings, but the eggs disappeared. I no idea where they went. I don't know if they just blew up, and then the chickens, because the chickens and ducks are in the same area, that one area. And I don't know if maybe something happened with the eggs. They blew up, and the chickens, because chickens are scavengers in a way, right? So I don't know if they ate the remnants, and I didn't get to see this, or what happened, but I was really disappointed. So now I've gone back to, I've got some eggs in the incubator that I picked up when I was telling you about earlier, that Princia. So we'll see if we get some ducklings this year. Thank you, Money Pit. Really appreciate that. I feel so much better. I won't lie to you. I feel much better, and I still have a ways to go. I'm starting to get more comments. Like it's really funny, because it all went down so quickly. A lot of people will ask me, but wow, you lost a lot of weight. What are you doing? And then there's some that want to say something, and they hesitate. And eventually, when it comes out, and they say something, it's because they're afraid that I'm sick. So there's been quite a few now that have kind of commented, and they're like, is it on purpose? And I'm like, yeah, it's on purpose. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't want to say anything because I thought you were sick. And I'm like, no, I'm trying not to be sick. That's the thing. So, and the other thing I noticed too is, like, the kids in Cindy have been sick multiple times this year, picking up things at baseball or soccer and things like that. And I've been fortunate. I haven't caught anything, which I assume it's because, my body's able to fight things off better. I think when you're taking in sugar and things like that, it's a fuel for any kind of illness that you pick up. Bishek, welcome in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys, if you don't mind. Really would appreciate the support. And if you're new, dropping into the chat today, if you wouldn't mind going back and watching my last video and giving me some feedback, I would really appreciate it, because like I said, I don't know what went wrong there, but YouTube is not liking me this week. So. Now, I don't know. I kind of wondered too, because I was a little cautious about some of the content, and I when I did the grading for the what do you call it, the monetization, things like that. Where you check off, is it suitable for this? Is it suitable for that? I maybe went on the cautious side and checked off that it had some animal butchering, and for the purpose of educational purposes, et cetera, et cetera. Even though there really wasn't much of that in there, I didn't want to not have it there, and then next thing you know, YouTube is telling me that I should have said something, right, or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys with channels. Abhishek, it says here that you said hi, and I'm going to say hi back, and I do notice it's not showing up on the screen again. So hopefully, as I mentioned earlier, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I'm just taking a quick scroll through my phone, because as I mentioned earlier, anybody that takes the time to say hi on the chat, I want to make sure I say hi to you. So that's part of my my deal when I'm doing this. So good old wooden chair, as I mentioned earlier. So Fazan, am I saying it right? I hope I am. Fazan Malik, welcome in. Hello. And once again, the chat is a little slower than the phone. So again, like I said, anybody wants to say hi, I want to say hello to you as well. So thank you for stopping in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. And if you want to come back and watch some of our videos, we'd really appreciate it. So hit that subscribe button. And normally there's two of us here. For anybody that hasn't jumped on here before, normally my wife is with me, and she is the better of the two of us. So unfortunately, this live viewer just stuck with me, and that's unfortunate, because it's usually much better with her in it. So as soon as I get this live wrapped up, I'm going to go and get the kids, have some dinner, and hopefully jump on and catch Money Pits live. And guys, just to remind you, I'm there, even when I'm not saying much, because it's usually at the dinner table that I'm playing you, and I'm reading what's happening, because I keep the volume down so that I don't disturb everybody else at my mother-in-law's house. So then I just end up catching the chat, and I try to follow along by what people are saying. And then usually I'm in the car when the Wild Huckleberry goes on, and sometimes Cindy will jump on the chat when we're on the way home, and she'll, while I'm driving, she'll do some chatting. But I have a funny feeling today there won't be any of that. So until she starts feeling better, which hopefully will be soon. So whatever it is, it's really kicking her butt. Like, she has literally been almost sleeping for 3 days straight with this bug, or whatever it is she has. I'm hoping it's a bug. Let's just put it that way, because if it's not, it's definitely got me concerned. So anybody that's in the chat, if you got any questions, please let me know, because we only got about 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna have to get off and get some more things done here. So I'd really appreciate it if you have anything you want to know about what we do here. Again, remind you that we're homesteading on 1 acre here in Canada, and we homeschool our 4 children. My wife homeschools them. Cindy is actually I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but we probably have. Cindy's actually a trained teacher. She's licensed for multiple provinces in Canada to teach, but she chooses to stay home, and which this day and age is not easy to do. But she chooses to stay home and uh, teach our own children instead of everybody else's. So at least this way, we get to choose what they learn in school, um, and kind of guide them the best we can that way. Um, so it's a quiet chat. There's only 12 people on, but if you haven't said hello, please do. And I'm always curious to see where people are watching from, as I mentioned before. One of these days, I am going to get myself a map. I really like the idea of doing this. I'm going to get myself a map with a whole bunch of push pins. And I'm going to go back over each time we have a live. I'm going to go back and try to put push pins where everybody tells me they're from until we can eventually fill that thing up. Because I think it's really cool when you get to talk to people from so far away. It's neat, to say the least. But even my friends here that come on and support us every week, you guys aren't super close in some cases. Not far as the crow flies, but definitely quite a ways if you're driving. Yeah, thanks. As you guys know, of course, it's tough. It's a tough choice, right? It's so everything is set up anymore that you almost have to have two people working. But we've been fortunate enough that we're able to get by with just me. So as long, I guess that's the other reason I have to stay healthy. But it's worked for us so far. But yeah, do appreciate the support though. Anyway, 3 more minutes. Am I missing any? Rajit? Again, it's not showing up. Oh, there it is. Ranjit Kumar. Hello, how are you today? I feel like I might have seen your name on here before. Welcome in. You know what? I don't blame her, Sonia and Robbie. I don't blame her for doing that because you see so much stuff now that goes on in the schools, and you kind of you want to kind of protect them the best you can, I guess. Even though eventually they have to go to that world that we live in, but study hard. No, I can't say that I do know. But thank you for dropping in and jumping on the chat. And we do appreciate the support of everybody that drops in. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up before you run away on me, because I'm sure a lot of people don't plan to stick around, especially when you realize it's just me talking. But anyway, guys, it's closing in on the 5 o'clock mark, and I'm going to probably wrap things up. And I really appreciate those of you that come on and hung out with me today. You guys all know who you are. It's the same crew every week, and I appreciate that. But anybody else that dropped in or watches this afterward, please hit the thumbs up, and we'd love to see you. Come to our live, hit that subscribe button, come back and watch our videos, and support us. And we do have our email address on our main page. And much like my friend that sent me some suggestions earlier in the week, I don't mind some constructive feedback. As long as it's friendly, it's all good and appreciated. So hopefully next week we'll both be on and we're back to normal. And if we're not, then there's something going on. So let's hope that's not the case. But appreciate the support, guys. And I'm going to have to say good night for now. And hope to see you again soon. All right. Take care, everybody.